Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy this reading, please feel free to leave behind a like, share, subscribe. That would be much appreciated. If you would like a private reading with me, Virgo, all the info that you need is listed below. I will be using Amira's Love Oracle deck. I will list this in the description box and a place of where you can purchase it should you want your own copy. Otherwise, Virgo, I really do appreciate you being here. Please feel free to browse the channel for your other readings. Okay, first card you have is the Wallflower. Okay, Virgo, there's a lot of sort of sitting, watching, and waiting. I feel like with the Wallflower, it's either you're identifying as the Wallflower or you have this kind of person bringing in that sort of energy for you, energy around you. Notice how there's people around her, but she doesn't really like see them. But she's got so much potential. She's got so much to offer, but she's not in the limelight here, Virgo. So I feel like there might be someone around you who's coming up this way. They have a lot to offer. They've got a uniqueness about them, Virgo. But seeing that, for some reason, I feel like you either haven't given them a chance or you don't want to give them a chance. But they potentially have a lot that they could offer you. They do. They really have a lot that they can show you and help you experience. But I think for a lot of it, you're just sort of sitting, watching, and waiting. And the Wallflower does end up amazing us. It could be a female here that's coming up for some of you watching, but there's a lot of sitting, watching, and waiting maybe. Let's see what else comes up around this Wallflower. Okay, we've got friendship. Virgo, someone's coming out of the friend zone maybe here around you in love. Okay, you might have someone coming in who you're going to build a friendship with, and then it may end up being romantic. There's a lot of hands involved here. There's people here. There's hands. Virgo, there could be someone that does want to come out of the friend zone around you. It could also be someone that you end up becoming friends with. Okay, if you're connected to someone, friendship is coming up in your love life, so I'm sensing a lot of let's be friends, or this person is just a friend, or I see them more as a friend, or that sort of energy. So you're sort of maybe putting it off, but they have potential here, Virgo. And look, I think it might be someone that's been around you for quite some time. Okay, maybe you work with them, maybe they've been a family friend, you've known them for a long time, and you just sort of never considered them that way. But that could be what's coming up here. Friendship is also civility. So if you're breaking up with someone, maybe if you're divorced, it ends up being quite a civil thing, and you may revert to friendship rather than having something romantic. You may revert to having that sort of friendship maybe with each other. So that's always a good sign. It could be as well that you're getting your friends are involved in your love life a lot more. Okay, they could be sort of setting you up. Maybe you may be going on a lot of group dates this year, double dating. You might be finding significant others alongside your best friends, your best mates. So that makes it more of a friend thing, like a big group thing. You may find that you and your friends are just all becoming more coupled up this year. As well with the friendship. But I also want to say there could be a message here from the universe that you need to ensure you build a friendship first before you build on anything else. And I think that's a very important basis to have. I think friendship, because it covers everything like trust, reliance, respect, reliability, common interest, support. And I think that's what's coming up for you, Virgo, that you may need to do that. You may need to have that sort of that friendship bond before it gets to anything further. Okay, you've got destiny here, Virgo. Okay, so destiny is happening here around you. Someone who's destined to come out around you, or to come up around you. So it's sort of like your path is leading you to this person here. A destined connection, or someone who's a part of your future for some reason or another. It could have been that there's a friend, there's someone who you've known for a long time, and in fact they are your destiny. So this could end up being a very pleasant surprise from the universe. But it's palmistry here, so palmistry is sort of like you know, we were meant for these things. It's predestination. So I think that the things that are occurring in your love life are leading you to your destiny, or it could be that someone that you're currently with is your destiny. You may receive some sort of validation from the universe that is indeed happening. You're connecting with this person here. They could also be a big believer in you know, things like destiny. Big believer in spirituality, palmistry, and maybe it's the belief in that sort of metaphysical and the spiritual that could lead you to this person. But notice it's the hands. Something about support, or someone that's helped you. You may either come across a very supportive, very endearing, encouraging person, or there's a lot more support coming in because, you know, clasped hands, the closeness of the hands. This is a lot more affection. So a lot more affection this year, but also a lot more support. That's what I'm gaining from this. Seeing all these hands, I think it does have a lot to do with support here for you, Virgo. I think that's a big thing. That's a big thing that I'm seeing. Okay, we've got spiritual growth. I'm not surprised that that's come up. I do feel like there is some lessons here, some major lessons potentially tied up here. Okay, there's going to be a lot of spiritual growth happening in love, spiritual connections. Notice this pure white light though. This speaks of purity, and this speaks of cleansing. Forgiveness, okay? Forgiveness, closure, mending things is coming up, Virgo. Having a clear conscience. So possibly being conscious of something that's something that has happened in your love life. But it's about being the bigger person. It almost looks like she's this figure is levitating. So it's enlightenment. You're going to feel very enlightened, but it's almost like a floating feeling. Someone is giving you those sorts of feelings, you know, the butterflies in the stomach, this whimsical energy. The white light is purity, which makes me think there's a very genuine or pure connection coming in around you. Or that there's someone who's really wanting honesty and purity from you, and vice versa. You could be wanting that from them. So seeing that in the cards, I think, yeah, I think that's what's coming up around you. That sort of spiritual growth. But the growth doesn't happen without lessons. And the growth is not going to happen if we're sort of sitting, watching and waiting for things. We have to make these things happen. We have to act. We have to follow our destiny. We need to put our hand up. Notice how it's like a hand up. We need to put our hand up and say, yes, I want this, or I want to be noticed, or I want them to notice me, or I want to do this, X, Y, and Z, because it makes you feel a certain way. But really that's initiative. And I think for a lot of you Virgos out there, that's maybe something you need to follow more. But potentially a lot to do with like meditation and law of attraction. You're actively going to attract the experience you're thinking about. You're putting the intention out there, Virgo. So you may just attract everything that you're sort of wishing for, hoping for. Okay, we have open relationship. Some of you are entering an open relationship, or you're meeting someone who does want an open relationship, okay? It could be the friend thing, okay? You may find that you're on a friendly, it's like flirty friendly basis with multiple people or even one person. It could be that you sort of want to experiment in an existing relationship and you want to sort of keep your options open. I mean, whatever sort of your thing you're comfortable with, I think, you know, boundaries are going to be set up, and you're going to sort of notice how it's like that promise handshake, that promise sign here. So I think whatever sort of boundaries or promises that you make, promises will be kept and not broken. So that's a really good sign. But open relationship can indicate a wandering eye, or it can be indicating like keeping your options open. Because she's seated here, she's got options around her. So you've got those options here. But interestingly, open relationship and spiritual growth, as well as the destiny. The one you're wanting could be offering you an open relationship, Virgo. But the one that wants you could be offering you a destiny, a future. I don't necessarily think like there's heaps of decisions to be made, but there's 3 people here. There's a coupling up here. And there's multiple hands in these cards, so I'm wondering if this is like multiple people coming up around you. But I will leave it at that, Virgo. So thank you again for tuning in. It really does mean a lot.